All right, and hi everyone, and welcome back to the 2-3 Zone, Tony'sPicks.com's look at the WNBA here for Sunday, June 22nd. And Ron and I will get down to business with a five-pack of plays here. And, at the time of this filming, we just watched a game here. I always like to recap some of the action that we saw, but I think we can go right to the game we just saw. Man, Chicago, just moments ago, Ron, they got rocked by Phoenix at home. And of course, the night before, we did see Dallas and Connecticut, Washington, and Atlanta. What take away from the last group of games in the WNBA?
Yeah, I tell you, best bet winner that Friday night there on the Mystics. Very very close game as we kind of projected that one to be. Looking last night, and we called it on the video. We took the Storm. Yeah, it's just that Aces team. I don't know what's going on there, but looks like they're gonna get another shot to prove themselves here. It looks like the Fever are on our slate for today. But yeah, it's just bad. And then we knew that the Sky were allowing 39%, but we didn't know they'd allow 58% from 3 point. I mean, it was Phoenix was just bombing, man. I mean, everything was going in for that team. I figured it was a strong under. I figured it was the Sky plus 10.5. So yeah, dead wrong to get that one. So, and we still got the Lynx and Sparks rematch tonight. So looking forward to that one. So yep,
Well, I found a winner somewhere. I guess I won with the Sun. Somehow they got the money in that
you
game
did. Yep.
against the Wings. So, yeah, they put up a little bit of a fight. And maybe the fans were as much interested in beating Paige as much as loving her. But it was a great reunion for her there. They got the win there. All right. Well, we've got a five-pack of games to look at here for Sunday, so we better get to it because a heavy schedule here. And you just mentioned Chicago. They're in action. We just saw them get blown out, like I said, by by a Phoenix there at home, and now the turnaround go down on the road here. A little bit quick turnaround. They're going to be at Atlanta here for an early game, noon, 3 p.m. Eastern start, noon
Hmm.
Pacific. With Atlanta favored at home by 15 here, Ron. Total 160. Atlanta comes in 9-4. Chicago now, I believe, 3-9 with the loss and 4-8 against the spread. Atlanta 9-4 ATS, Ron.
Yeah, the Atlanta Dream again. They're top of my rankings again in the top three, four, five there, definitely. And what we saw from Chicago, I know everybody's like, well, the back to backs they've both covered this year. Well, yeah, I don't think they're going to. I think this is even going to get worse, man. You can't allow 39% from three, and now you got a team that's shooting 35%. The one strength that the Chicago Sky have is rebounding. Well, guess what? Atlanta does too. They got some big bodies in there to contain that. So I don't see how Chicago even stays in this one once again. But I'm going to go over the total in this one, just like we kind of saw today. Phoenix just run them out of the gym, and I think it goes over the total as well.
Yeah. Phoenix rolled up a big number on Chicago yesterday. And, I'll look to the side here and, my computer, my ratings are telling me this is the spot for Chicago. I don't know. It's supposed to take into consideration back to backs. It's supposed to take into consideration that Chicago's 4-8 here now as an underdog this season against the spread. Atlanta, like I said, they're 9-4 ATS. They're also 5-3 against the spread as a favorite. The line at 15 now, that is about a point and a half higher. I don't know what you got a series of power ratings too, so
Mm.
came out about a point and a half higher, but I just can't do it. I can't go on
I,
YouTube and tell you to take Chicago, Ron.
I couldn't do it either, man. I tell you right now, let's see what my power rating. I'll go ahead and figure this one out for you since you're on the side.
Mine came out to
Oh
13 and a half,
man.
and the line came 15. I'm going to lay 15. What do you got?
Oh man, I could get me anywhere between let's say 17 to 19.
Oh, okay. Then I don't feel okay. Then
Yeah,
you
I don't.
okay.
Yeah.
You push me over the top. I'll still take Atlanta, Chicago on that back to back. I'm pulling for them, pulling for the Sky eventually to turn it around somehow, some way, a little bit. But right now with Atlanta, we're talking about him, you and I, as one of the underrated, underheralded teams. I think everybody knows that by now. I'm on Atlanta. Ron says take the over 160 with Chicago and Atlanta. Okay, well, there's got to be some better games on tap here, more competitive.
Oh
Oh, how
yeah,
about this one for
got a
sure? Uh,
dandy here.
Indiana, yep. This has got to be kind of the marquee matchup of the day here, the ESPN game. Indiana on the road at Las Vegas. Indiana 1.5, 167.5. Ignore the records here, Ron. Yeah, Indiana 6-6, Las Vegas 5-7. Maybe they are playing their records a little bit here, but no doubt Las Vegas 3-9 ATS here, Ron.
Yeah, like I said, in the last two video that we did with Seattle going into Vegas, until this Vegas team wins one, I can't trust them. I'm sorry. It's just getting, and this is even worse, man. You got a team that's only allowing 26% from three with the Indiana Fever. And the Aces are only shooting 39% for the field. This is and Wilson was back.
Mm.
I think that line actually flew to the other side by game time. People were like, yeah, humping up on the Aces in that one, but I can't trust them, Ramon. I can't. And we're only gonna lay 1.5 here with Indiana. It seems like a trap, but I'll take Indiana on the money line. Give
Well,
me the
right, but
Fever.
remember, Ron, Indiana, look, we know that they lost some games without Clark, and it was a big
Yeah,
difference, right? She is a difference maker in this lineup. Not like anybody isn't. Dewana Bonner is going to be out here, but uh, she is a difference maker here,
yep.
right? And you look at Vegas, not only 3-9 ATS, but 1-5 against the spread at home. Now that's when they were favored in a lot of games here, right? Mostly
Yeah.
chalk. They're going to be a dog in this one. Indiana is 1-4 to the under on the road, but I got to go over. I'm going over with these two at
Hmm.
167.5 here with these two. I understand that, and I think you could chalk up some of that Indiana under, to win there was. Clark does kind of control the game. It's not like when she's in there are a breakneck pace or anything, but she can shoot a little bit. So Las Vegas is 4-2 to the over at home. I'll take the over 167.5. Ron says take the Fever, lay the 1.5 on the road, and I'll say
Yeah, I'd
give
take
it.
a money line minus 120.
There you go. Take him on the money line to win
Yep.
this. I was going to say because at 1.5, we'll see. We're filming this Saturday afternoon. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes up just a little bit more. That's my prediction. Okay, next up, uh, Dallas taking on Washington. We just talked about Dallas and their road trip to Connecticut. They got the win there on the road by 3 on Friday night. They're taking on the Mystics here, another team here kind of struggling right now, but the Mystics are favored by 3. The total 163 here. Even though Washington's 5-8, Ron, they are 8-5 against the spread. So are they really, overrated here? Those numbers would indicate that they're doing a little bit better than expected. Dallas too, 3-11, but 5-9 against the spread. So Washington 3-163, Ron.
Yeah, this one still, Dallas just is the overs on the road, man. That's all they're doing.
Mm.
But I'm gonna look at the Mystics in this one. Paige Becker's another return to Connecticut. There did very well as she does in the first couple games that she's been up there. But how many wins do we got now? I mean, they didn't cover. They did win, but they didn't cover. So they got what, 3 wins now. Their defense is still horrible, man. It's just 46% from the field, 38% from three. Yeah, and you want to know why Dallas lost to Chicago? That's exactly why they're rebounding too. But we get Washington, who actually, man, they gave it everything they had in Atlanta last night. Should have come up with a win, but only lost by 1 there. But I'm gonna look at the Mystics. It's only -3 right now, so give me the Mystics.
Okay, I got you. Mystics 3-1 against the spread as a favorite so far this season, so they've been favored a few times and done pretty well. Dallas is 3-6 as an underdog against the spread this season. I understand you cautioning me here with Dallas. They are 5-3 to the over on the road, but I'll say this, and I'm going to go with the under. Dallas is 3-6 to the under as an underdog. So they are an underdog here, and I'm going to take the under, even with you cautioning me there, and you got the better of me on a couple of them the other night for sure on those totals. But I'll go under here at 163. And Ron says take the Mystics, lay 3 points on Sunday. All right, we're not done here with our big Sunday WNBA card. Let's go to another pretty good one here with the New York Liberty taking on the Seattle Storm. The Liberty favored here on the road by 4, total 164.5. Two good teams, of course, Ron. We did see the Liberty lose another one, though, but they're still
Another.
10-2. Seattle is 8-5, and they're 4-1 against the spread as an underdog so far, Ron.
Yeah, but hell, if the Mercury are going to shoot like they did against Chicago today, they're going to beat anybody. So, yeah, that was a good win for Mercury at New York. But New York on the road is just a different animal. An awful loss going on the road. I know Seattle, we love them at home, but this is a bad spot for Seattle after coming out that win in Vegas last night. So I would lean toward New York. I think this is maybe an 89-83. 89-85 kind of game. If I can get 4, if I can get 3.5, and I think we probably can by game time, but I would lean to the New York Liberty in that one.
All right. And if Ron said 89, 84, right around there, they can get that cover. And I added up those points, and that sounds like a high scoring game. New York 4-1 to the over on the road. The Storm are 4-1 to the over as a dog. That's where I'm going. Ron convinced me.
Yep.
I'm going to take the over in that one at 164.5. These two teams are combined 14-11 to the over, but in these rolls, it's a little bit stronger for sure. So Ron says take the Liberty. I lay 4 points, and I'll take the over 164.5 in the Liberty and the Storm on Sunday. All right. Let's go one more now here. A late game with the Connecticut Sun on the road here. They're on a losing streak right now. Ron, maybe having found their way to the bottom. Maybe they're, probably below Chicago even here at this point. But taking on Golden State, definitely the best story in the league here. It feels like right now they're just 6-6, just 6-6, I say, but they're 8-4 against the spread. Connecticut, Ron, we know where they're 2-11. They are 6-7 against the spread. So, what do you got here?
Yeah, they can't score on the road, man. They only score in what in 6 games they've scored 66 points. They're giving up 88, but we know that Golden State team doesn't score that well at home. They're only scoring about 77 points a game at home. I look for a strong under. I can see this one maybe even into the 140s, but definitely 152, 153, somewhere around there. So I'm going to look at the under in that one.
Okay, yeah, Connecticut 2-4 to the under on the road so far. Hey, I can't go against this Mystics team right now. They're 5-1 against the spread at home. Yeah, they're 7.5-point favorites. If you would have set the spread on this game at the beginning of the season, it wouldn't have been that. But what can you say? Golden State has just done a terrific job building
Unbelievable.
this team and program right now. I don't really think they were afforded any luxuries with the structure of the expansion draft. I just think they did a really good job in making sure they got the right type of personnel. They weren't overloaded in one particular position. There was some talk that maybe they were a little overloaded outside at guard, but hey, it hasn't looked that way so far. I'll lay it with 7.5 points against Connecticut here. I'll take the Valkyries, and Ron says go under 158.5 with Connecticut and Golden State on Sunday. All right, it's going to be a good day of WNBA action. 5 games that are going off. Pretty much 3 at the top, that 3 p.m. group there, 3 games, and then the 2 late games. So, Ron, we're going to be in action, I'm sure, with some premiums on Sunday, but there's some other sports too. What's going on over at Tony'sPicks.com?
There's a game 7 that night too, man. We got to look at that. Don't forget about that one. Yeah, we got the College World Series going this weekend. It's going to be a great series. I do like that. I got to play in that game, and also I'll have my play in Game 7 in NBA. Number 1 capper at Tony's Picks this year in the NBA. Hate to see the season end. It was a really great year for me. So, yeah, baseball's coming around. We're heating up, and as the summer is coming around, and it's heating up. So get ready for a hot summer at Tony's Picks because it's going to be WNBA. It's going to be baseball here after Sunday. So, hey, like I said, we're all doing great. We're on the leaderboards. You just check those leaderboards out and check us out and pair the good cappers up, pair us up, and we're going to make you some money. So get on it. Let's go.
I'll be on it as well. My 8-game winning streak in the WNBA came to an end last night, but hey, I won one already on Saturday, so I'm ready to fire it back up
I
and
keep
do
winning my
another.
best bets. It's the other ones that are losing. So
I'm ready to start a new streak.
yeah,
Looking pretty good over there. Yeah. Hey, I got a secret for everybody here. Watch the 2-3 zone if you want to help your picks. That's what I do. I talk to this guy, Ron Crawford, and our other experts as well, and help set me on my way. So check me out over at tonyspicks.com. Check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot. See
yes, sir.
Ron up there and me up there as well.
We got
So
a surprise coming for you next week. We got a new capper is
go.
going to be joining us. You all know him, so get ready.
You all know him. And I'll be here with him. We'll give Ron some time off, and I'll get some picks from my man. So, hey, we'll be back here, though, with more action. We get a day off here from the WNBA, but we'll bring back more action here later this week in the W. So, check us out over at TonySpicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off those premium pick packages. Look, these all of our records are right there. The wins and losses. Check them out. Get signed up. All right, that's going to do it for the 2-3 zone. And for Ron Crawford, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you on Monday.